Hello, and welcome to Fluent Japanese. This course is called Japanese Grammar, Nihongo no Bunpo. This is part 1 of lesson 9, Dai 9 ga. The title of this lesson is called He is not a student. Kare wa gakusei ja arimasen. Let's look at the first vocabulary word. This word is pronounced as kare and means he in Japanese. Let's read a sentence that contains this word. Kare wa gakusei ja arimasen. It means he is not a student. If you look at the highlighted part that says ja arimasen, you'll see that it means is not. So using our new grammar point, how would you say he is not a doctor? The answer is kare wa isha ja arimasen. In the previous lesson, you learned that de wa arimasen also means is not. So what's the difference between ja arimasen and de wa arimasen? The answer is that ja arimasen is the contracted form of de wa arimasen. That means that de wa arimasen is the longer way of saying is not. Both de wa arimasen and ja arimasen mean the same thing. It's just that one form is a contracted form, much like how it's is a contracted form of it is. Let's learn a new vocabulary word. This word is pronounced as kanojo, which means she in Japanese. Let's do some practice. How would you say she is not a housewife in Japanese? The answer is kanojo wa shufu ja arimasen. So let's look at this sentence. It says, これは私の自転車じゃありません. It means this is not my bicycle. Let's look at a new vocabulary word. This word is pronounced as shefu, which means chef in Japanese. Now let's do an exercise. How would you say that is not the chef's bag in Japanese? The answer is それはシェフのカバンじゃありません. Let's learn a new vocabulary word. You would pronounce this word as bengoshi, which means lawyer in Japanese. So let's read this sentence that says, あなたの弁護士はシェフじゃありません, which means your lawyer is not a chef. So now how would you say, her lawyer is not a chef? The answer is, 彼女の弁護士はシェフじゃありません. One other thing that I want to point out is that じゃありません sounds informal, but ではありません sounds more formal. So if you're in a situation where you're not sure whether to be formal or informal, go formal just to be on the safe side and go with ではありません. Let's look at a new vocabulary word. This word is pronounced as engineer and means engineer. So let's take a look at this conversation. Person A says, あなたはエンジニアじゃありません. Person B says, はい、そうです。私はエンジニアではありません. So who is the company president in this conversation? The answer is person A. And that's because person A used the less formal form of negation, じゃありません, which means that since he's the company president, he doesn't need to be formal. Also, person B replied by using the formal version of yes, along with a formal negation, ではありません, which implies that person B is being polite and therefore is in a subordinate role. Let's take another look at a new vocabulary word. This word is pronounced as kisha. It means reporter. So let's read this sentence that contains the new word. あの新聞はその記者の新聞じゃありません. That newspaper over there is not that reporter's newspaper. Let's do some practice. How would you say, that company is not the Toyota company? The answer is, その会社はトヨタの会社じゃありません. That's all the time we have for today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.